Hi there. We are here, and this is the last podcast for the month. I really hope that you're excited for the brand new changes that are coming your way. But if you have not followed us for the last 2 weeks and heard me talk about it, I remind you number one, our podcast is going from every week to twice a week. Drum rolls, please. That's really exciting news, I think. We're going to be reducing the number of times that we have a podcast to encourage you to apply the things that you've learned, to be able to take advantage of the things that you've heard about, and all of that. And then, secondly, we are now going to have a plan. And the reason for the plan is community. I find that when people pay for certain things, they are able to invest in it. The community, you're going to get 10% off KMGA product, and you're going to get first person no for our products, because now our products are going to be number restricted. So we're going to have specific number of people that we're going to have in our programs, so you get first access to our programs. Secondly, you also get a 10% discount off our programs for being a part of the community. Thirdly, you get one live session monthly where we talk about specific strategic topics that are very necessary for your growth and for you to elevate. Just like we said, it is possible this year. Thirdly, we are going to be also giving you books that are pertinent to your growth so that you can invest in your growth. And the token is only 1,000 naira, and only 100 people are going to be in the room. Like I said, it is going to be restricted to certain numbers because we want to be able to serve you effectively instead of having a large number of people and not being able to serve you appropriately. Isn't that exciting? And then so many other things that we have in store for you in this season. So today I want to talk to you about living a focused life. Living a focused life. What is focus? Focus is the center of interest or activity. Focus is the state or quality of producing or having clear visual definition, right? Focus is the third definition of focus is a state or condition permitting clear perception or understanding. So things like saying trying to bring the issues into focus, adjusting for distinct vision also, right? So having that clear image that will help you as you journey. Being able to have that clear image is very important. So there are five components that I believe um make up focus at the core of it. And one thing that I really enjoy about these five components is that it is relevant to everyone in every season in life. And then secondly, it gives you a clear roadmap of what to focus on to make changes and progress in your life. And then thirdly, it combines the big picture stuff and also the day-to-day stuff in the way that nothing else would have done. So it helps you bring productivity in a way that is never been seen before. Like some of the common challenges that people share most of the time is they don't know how best to be using their time to do the things that are important to them. So they lack clarity. And sometimes, even when they know, their schedule is completely full and they seem not to know where to find time to do other things that are very important to them. So, the five components of the focused life, the first one is your life vision. That's your why. Why are you here? What have you been made for? What have you been created for? What is that special thing about you, that special flavor that you bring to the table? Number two is your goals, your what. What are you here for? Right? What is it that you are all about? The third is your how. That's your action plan and your how. What's your action plan? What are the things that need to get done? So I talked last week about procrastination, and we looked a little bit about being product based or project based, and we said, you know what, do big things but divide them in small chunks so that you can easily bite them, so that you can easily swallow them, right? And then 4 is your schedule. And so that's timing, or your when. All right. And then when are you going to do these things? So when you divide it into small actionable chunks, you're going to have to put a time to it, a time frame to it, to say, okay, I'm going to write 2 chapters. I'm going to spend 1 hour every day for this. And then number 5, your routine. That's your safety net. What are the things that you have to do every day to be able to achieve the result that you want to achieve? So one of the things that you could do, for example, talking about a book, is that you can actually now decide, okay, I'm going to be writing from 10 to 11 every day. I'm going to be writing from 10 to 11 daily, and I'm going to dedicate it. So you create a routine that you're going to be able to repeat consistently to get things done. And then when you understand this thing, you can now see how everything fits into a bigger picture. You can have clarity about where you need to focus your attention in any given season of your life. And you have to know that this is not for the rest of your life, right? As you progress, as you grow, you are constantly evolving, you are constantly shifting, you are constantly changing, you're constantly growing. So you need to take a second to ask yourself these questions. Are you clear about your vision and values? Do you know exactly what your goals are and what your desired outcomes are? Number 3, do you have a clear action plan for how to make progress towards your goals? Number 4, do you have a schedule to give you the space that you need to work towards your goals and to also do things in your life that matter? Because many times people get so focused on achieving their goals and getting things done that they do not actually pay attention to other things. You can see people working 12-hour days, ending up ignoring their children, ignoring their spouses, ignoring their health. So we cannot live at the risk of this, at the risk of that. A true growth mindset is actually all encompassing. It ensures that everything is taken into consideration when you are building. It ensures that everything is taken into focus when you are building. And then 5 is, do you have routines that help you make progress daily and stay healthy? All right. Now, if you ever have to answer no to any of the questions above, that's fine. It means that you're a human being. It means that you're breathing. It means that you are still with us. Now, life is never something that can be put onto autopilot. It's constantly a moving target. But knowing these 5 things gives you a massive advantage. It just means sit down and work. And these 5 things that I've listed, they may sound simple, and they truly are, but they need to just sit down and you need to think it through. It's not a do it for you program. Yes, you can get a clarity coach, which I am, by the way. So you can book a clarity session and we can sit together and work through it. If you find that I can't do this by myself, you could get help to get it done. However, if this is something that you want to sit down and do by yourself, then sit down and get it done, because it needs to happen. It needs to happen. So here are some neat tricks that I use to help me actually be focused. Number 1 is I think on paper. So my paper is my phone. So my notes are almost full because I am consistently typing things, putting things down. Because when I write it down, it helps me clear my emotion. It helps me have clarity. It helps me improve on my working memory. So I have a to-do list and I look at it and I say, okay, I was able to meet this, and this. I wasn't able to meet up with this and this. It helps me to be able to know this was done, this was not done, this should be done. I could have done better here, and all that. It reduces stress as well, because when it's on paper, you can actually begin to take it off and see that I'm making progress. Because remember, it is always progress over perfection. It is always progress over perfection. The second thing that I do to help me is I have a plan for my day, not a rigid, brutal schedule or any flexible list of to dos or things that I want to do, but a plan that works for me. So I state my intent. What are the things that I want to do? Many times I try to do it the night before or very early in the morning. And so by doing this, by having a plan, I'm not random with my life. I'm not just going out and doing things carelessly. I'm actually being very intentional. Um, Number three thing that I do is quiet time. And some people call it meditation, some people call it yoga. But when I wake up, I try to give the first 1 hour to just being still and just internalizing my life, asking internal questions and being still. Many times, because I'm a believer, it's to listen to the voice of God. But many times people just do it to say they center their lives. I'm not exactly sure what centering means yet. I'm learning. In case you know, please comment box, let's talk about it. But people call it mindfulness, people call it yoga or many other things, but they give you a sense of calm. You're not as agitated as you would because you've been able to calm your nerves even at the beginning of your day. All right. Number four thing that I do is declutter. When I realize that I'm overwhelmed with a lot of things, I give myself an opportunity to declutter things. You know, there's a fine line between owning things and things owning you. And then too much clutter is not good for your focus or your productivity. So you learn to declutter your space, like physically removing things that shouldn't be and just moving it out. And then secondly, something else that you could do is actually, you know, clearing things from your table. There's certain things that you've done that you need to let go of. You're holding on to it too much. And then another thing I do is I give away things. If I notice that I've held on to this thing for too long, I give it away because it's not necessary anymore at the moment. Number five is unplugging. Sometimes you don't need social media. Just turn off your phone, put your phone on airplane mode, turn off your laptop, lie down, and just unplug, right? Disconnect from it and just be calm. Allow yourself to think clearly so you can hear yourself think. Well, that's one of the things that we don't know. Hear yourself think. Hear yourself think. And then number six thing that I do is I write gratitude lists a lot. When I notice that my mind is becoming too full and I'm becoming overwhelmed, one of the things I do is I write a gratitude list. Gratitude helps you redirect your focus well. It helps you to improve your mental and physical health because it shows you that something is working. When you're intentionally grateful about things, it just shows that something is working. Another thing that I do, number seven, is reading books. I read books, you know, the art of picking up a book and reading page by page. It helps your brain really calibrate and process things on many different levels. It is so exciting. So, Ralph Emerson said something. The only thing that can grow a thing is to give energy to it. The only thing that can grow is the thing that you give energy to. I'm sorry. The only thing that can grow is the thing that you give energy to. Focus your is energy. Focus is energy. What are you focusing on? What are you giving time? What are you giving attention? What are you paying attention to? You know, we really need to be clear about it. We cannot afford to live a life where we are careless and almost whatever will be, whatever will be will not be. You need to invest your time and your attention appropriately. I hope this helps you. And don't forget to reach out to us if you want to sign up for the things that I talked about. Have a fabulous day and a fabulous week. I'll talk to you next time. It's bye for now.